What's good, y'all, and welcome back to the Odyssey, and also the first episode of anime recommendation of the month. I mean, for anybody who don't know what this is, like it's pretty self-explanatory. Every month on the first, I come through like rent, and I give y'all an anime recommendation to watch for the month. And now the anime that I'll be recommending on this series in general is gonna range from a bunch of different categories: action, comedy, slice of life, drama, tragedy, psychological, a whole bunch of different stuff. So it's not just gonna only be action. But I ain't gonna bore y'all with the politics. We're gonna get straight into it. The first anime that I wanted to recommend for the month is Gangsta. Now, Gangsta is an anime that was released in 2015 under Manglobe Studios, also known for Samurai Champloo, Dead Man's Wonderland, The World God Only Knows, and the list goes on and on. Honestly, all some great anime that I just named. Definitely go check those out too. Now, as of why the studio shut down, I have no clue. But let's get into the body of work. Gangsta is an anime that follows three handymen, as they're called. Well, two are handy men and it's a handy woman, so but for the rest of the video we'll just refer to them as handymen, since that's what they're established by in the show. Now, the handymen live in a kind of run down low income town that's mainly ran and operated by mafias, crime bosses, and dirty policemen. The handymen take on jobs that range from weapon sales, drug distributions, hit jobs, bodyguard work, to even some more explicit stuff I'm not gonna say or spoil you. And the reason the mobs hold so much weight in the city, also known as Irrigaslium or Irrigaslium. I'm not going to say that word every time because it's a crazy word to keep saying. But the reason why they hold so much weight is because they help govern, monitor, and control Twilights. And Twilights are descendants of those who ingested a bioenhancement drug during the past war, also known as Celebra. Now, the drug is an enhancement drug, so it boosts pretty much your physical abilities, strength, speed, endurance, jumping ability. But the problem is that it's not only toxic for the body but also addictive, so it causes the Twilights to need a constant supply of it to help maintain their life. Now, the problem with that is that Twilights only live in Irrigaslium because they weren't accepted by the world, so they were all placed in that city. And since Twilights were placed there, they set up laws to govern them. The first law is Twilight shall not deliberately harm any humans. The second law is Twilights must obey any order given to them by a human. The third law is Twilights must protect themselves so long as protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. So pretty much they're slaves. Like, it's no other way around it. Like, they try to make it seem like the laws were put in place to help them, but no, they're just really slaves. But let's get into our protagonist now. Our first protagonist is Nicholas. Nicholas is a deaf swordsman who is a Twilight, also referred to as a tag or a dog. Now, because Nicholas is a Twilight, he does have to take other drugs to help his body sustain and keep going. The problem with Nicholas is that he overdoses. Now, I know what some of y'all thinking, overdoses. No, it's different. Like, pretty much overdosing is kind of like steroids in a sense. So he not only uses it to maintain his body, but he pushes his physical abilities beyond what they need to be, which is referred to as overdosing. And when Nicholas overdoses, he kind of loses track of, the objective or the task at hand, causing him to be more rash and more battle hungry. But not only that, it also hits him with a major down when everything wears off. But Nicholas is definitely a well-written character that has a special connection with Wolric that is further explored in the show and manga. But I don't want to go too in depth about it because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who's gonna watch it. But he's definitely a great character, and he has a lot of history to him that reveals more so on why he does what he does and why he overdosed. Our next protagonist is gonna be Wolric. Wolric's demeanor is more so the opposite of Nicholas. While Nicholas, still has good intentions behind the stuff that he does, he's more so isolated. Wolric is more of a cheerful, outgoing, kind-hearted person who constantly has a smile on his face and is very protective of the people not only in his life that he knows, but even the people that he just met, having a sense of duty to more so protect. Wolric is referred to a lot as normal or human because, he's not a Twilight. And while him and Nicholas are partners partners in the handyman business. A lot of people refer to him as the master, since Twilights have to obey a master in order to be within the laws of Irgaslium. Warwick is also more level-headed than Nicholas, using his photographic memory to help him deduce solutions or plans to properly execute the task at hand. His past and his bond with Nick is something that I could make a whole video about, honestly. I'm not going to go more in depth about it because it's something that's slowly revealed throughout the show. And again, I definitely recommend y'all watch this show and help to get more of a better understanding on not only him, but Nicholas as well. But now let's talk about our third and final protagonist, our handy woman, Alex. Alex is a former sex worker that was spared, saved, and taken in by Warwick and Nicholas. She's quiet and troubled while also being loving and caring. Because of her line of work, she deals with trauma, memory loss, and PTSD, which causes her to have trust issues. But as the show goes on, she slowly is unpacked more, not only her past, but what's in line for her in the future. And she sort of builds a bond with Nick and Warwick, playing more of a big sister role to some characters or like a motherly role to certain other characters that we see throughout the show. Definitely also well written, and I don't want to go as much into her and what she deals with because, again, like always, spoiler territory. Yeah, the show was real good. Like, the animation was top tier. I love Manglobe's animation. Like I said, Samurai Champloo and Dead Man's Wonderland. The story was real good. Character designs, like, the story did a good job at making me feel for the characters, not only just the main characters, but even characters that would show up for like 1 or 2 episodes. Like, it really is good at helping you establish that emotional connection with a lot of characters. And that's one of the things that I have trouble with in a lot of animes, is establishing a connection with the characters, and the show did a beautiful job at that. And again, outside of that, the story is amazing, the action is amazing, the art style and the way that the world is designed, and even the subliminal messages is really, really well detailed. And I know the mangaka, she was inspired more so by like Western mafia movies and stuff like that, so that's why for me it doesn't feel as like your typical anime. But yeah, as a whole, this anime was a great anime. I ain't gonna lie, like when I first seen it and I seen the name Gangsta, I was like, this sound kind of corny because of the name. But I watched it and I was like, this really isn't bad. Unfortunately though, the show only has 1 season. Outside of Manglobe shutting down, the mangaka, she deals with lupus. So she stated that she has blindness in the eye, muscle issues and organ issues. So she releases the manga, whenever she has time, which is, my thoughts and prayers go out to her. I hope she recovers, but for her sake. If you check it out and you like the show, definitely read the manga, because I found myself also wanting more. There's about 8 volumes. I think it's like 49 or 51 chapters. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's somewhere around there. Definitely check it out. And as to where you can watch it, I have no clue. I'll be honest with you. Everything is changing around in the anime world, so I have no clue. But if I had to guess, it's probably on Crunchyroll now. Do with that as you may. And also, the show is like more of a mature show, since it features, drugs, sex work, and all of that. Now, onto the second anime recommendation of the month. Look, you see how I did that? I gave y'all 2 this month. It's free game. Come on, man. But the second anime is Hiyoka. Now, this anime isn't as crazy lore heavy and world expansive as Gangsta, but it's just a nice slice of life anime that I enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie, before I didn't really used to watch slice of life like that, and over like the past, I want to say 5-6 years, I got more into it, and like this is probably one of my favorite slice of life. Now, Hiyoka was an anime that was released in 2012 under the Kyoto Animation Studios. And before I go any further, I wanted to take some time out to say my condolences to the 36 people that lost their lives in the Kyoto Animation fire. It's an unfortunate situation, and may they rest in peace. I just wanted to throw that in there and just give my condolences before I go any further. Thank y'all for taking that moment of silence with me, and we can get back into the video now. Kyoto Animation is a studio that released several animes throughout the years, from movies, some being Silent Voice, Violet Evergarden, Tomioka Love Story, and the list goes on and on as well. Hiyoka follows the story of a freshman named Hotaro, who lives kind of a basic, simple life, going by his motto, if I don't have to, I'm not going to, and if I have to, I'll do it as quick as possible. See, that's a good way of looking at life. You see, I fucks with him right there. But the character, his sister forces him into saving his school's classics club from being shut down because she was a part of the classics club when she went to the school, and it means so much to her. And because it means so much to her, he decides to go along with it. But upon getting to the school to go and sign up for the classic club to prevent it from being shut down, he notices that there are already members there, and the members being some of his friends, Satoshi and Mayaka. But because he's an energy conservative and he doesn't really want to partake in things, even with them being a part of the club, he still didn't want to be in the club, so he was just going to leave. But his calm and peaceful philosophy is challenged by the bright and overwhelming presence of a third member of the club named Chitanda. His fascination and curiosity with her and the decades worth of mysteries surrounding the school causes him to join the club unwillingly, but willingly. And again, I apologize if I say any of these names wrong. I am not the best reader, alright? This is what y'all get. Y'all know what y'all signed up for when y'all came here. But on a serious note, the show is a really good slice of life show. Like I said, the explanation and the description isn't really going to be as detailed as the first anime I talked about in the video, because it's more so like a anthology kind of, even though it's episodical, it's kind of like anthology, like as far as the episodes go, because they constantly tackle different mysteries of the school. But it's definitely a good watch. The characters' dynamic and the way that they grow and develop as characters, especially the main character, is something that I personally enjoyed from the show. And it has a lot of scenes that are visually beautiful. Like, I was not expecting some of these scenes to be as well detailed and bright and colorful as they were, but yeah, I'm happy I was surprised. And the show, I think it has about, well, it's one season, but the one season is around 22 episodes. And as far as where you can watch it, you guessed it, I have not a single clue. Come on now, y'all know what time it is. But again, if I had to guess, it'll probably be on Crunchyroll, especially since Crunchyroll and Funimation just recently, worked out a deal. So it'll definitely probably be on there. If not there, then you can try Funimation. I highly doubt Hulu or Netflix is gonna have it. But that's really it for today's video. I had a lot of fun making this video. It was just exhausting, man. Whew. But look, as always, let me know if y'all seen any of these anime. Talk about it in the comment section without spoilers. And if you haven't, tell me you haven't. Watch it and then come back and tell me you watched it. Come on, man. It's not hard. But also recommend me some animes inside the comment section as well. I definitely want to check some more stuff out. I've been watching anime damn near all my life, so I have a lot of like shit that I've seen. Occasionally I always wonder like, maybe I missed some good stuff. Maybe, what's some other stuff out there? So definitely let me know in the comment section below. Let me know some animes that y'all would like to see. And also be nice down there. Like, I don't want this to be no toxic environment of, oh, this anime is better than this one. No, the reason this one is better. Like, bro, like, let's just all enjoy anime. There's no need to go crazy. But that's all for today's video. I hope everybody enjoyed. Appreciate, the loves, the support that we've been getting. Not only here, but, on my Twitter, AstroOddyssey, my Twitch, AstroOddyssey. I've been showing love, and that's what keeps me motivated. But yo, speaking of motivation, this video was tiring, so y'all not getting the outro. Yo, Scream Man, that's it.